Hello! Today we will talk about the English as a Foreign Language Curriculum EFL in Ecuador. We will specifically talk about Sublevel 2, which is known as Básica Elemental. The epistemological foundations of the EFL curriculum refer to how learners learn languages and therefore how they should be taught. The curriculum takes a constructive approach, beginning with the assumption that all learners entering schools are users of their mother tongue, have cognitive, emotional, and motor skills that facilitate communication, and have an understanding of how their own works derived from intensive input and production in real-life contexts. The curriculum states that knowledge forms the foundation upon which learning takes place and meaning is grounded. Knowledge and meaning are accessed, developed, and expressed through language. English as a foreign language and content language and integrated learning (CLIL) within framework are expressed as the four C's. 1. Communication. 2. Cultural awareness and understanding. 3. Cognition. And 4. Content. We will now talk about the curricular threads. The three main goals of the EFL curriculum are to develop learners' understanding of the world, of other cultures, and their own, and to communicate their understanding and views to others through English, to develop the personal, social, and intellectual skills needed to achieve their potential, to participate productively in an increasingly globalized world that operates in English, to create a love of learning languages starting at a young age, by means of engaging and positive learning experiences in order to foster students' motivation to continue learning English throughout EGP and BGU, as well as work and beyond. For both school levels, Educación General Básica (EGB) and Bachillerato General Unificado (BGU), the LT area has been organized into 5 sections, or threads. 1. Communication and cultural awareness. 2. Oral communication, listening and speaking. 3. Reading. 4. Writing. And 5. Language through the arts. Each of these threads, in turn, can be further divided into sub-threads as shown in the following table. We will now focus on Curricular Thread 1, Communication and Cultural Awareness. This thread is comprised of 2 aspects, which are intercultural awareness and identity, and social competence and values. We will now talk about the first aspect. Through activities that promote intercultural awareness, learners can become aware of their own culture by understanding how they view other cultures from the viewpoint of their own, and how their culture is viewed by others. By participating in the process of foreign language learning, learners can be given much needed opportunities to do so, using the target language, in this case English, as a vehicle to a richer understanding of one's own culture as well as cultures around the world. The second aspect, social competence and values, means the ability to interact socially and appropriately in a given situation. It also plays an integral role in the development of young learners. Learners develop social skills in the EFL classroom by learning to work together cooperatively, accepting points of view that are different from their own, negotiating, and learning about reciprocity. Through the use of conversation, role plays, and group work, learners acquire the skills needed to develop self-efficacy, and morals as well. By becoming socially competent children, we set the stage for later improved social interactions as adolescents and adults. We will now talk about decoding for planning. As we can see, we start with the evaluation criteria. In this case, Criterio de Evaluación, EFL, English as a Foreign Language 2.5, which in this case refers to the sub-level 2, Básica Elemental, Curricular Thread 5, Language through the Arts. It is followed by the methodological orientation for evaluation criteria. We will now continue with the Objetivo General, General Objective. We then have the objectives for the exit profile, which are justice, innovation, and solidarity. In this case, we have the letter J, which stands for justice. We will now talk about the indicators for performance criteria. In this case, as we saw above, we can see that it is sub-level 2, thread number 5, and aspect number 1, which stands for Básica Elemental, Curricular Thread 5, Sub-Thread 1. And finally, we can see the corresponding level within the CEFR, Common European Framework. That will be all. Thank you for your time.